Tonight, thousands more folks are going to be going back to the Jake for another watch party. Games open at 6:30 p.m. A lot of people having fun down there. And many of the star players that the fans are going to be watching are homegrown. They've come up through the Indians farm system.
But they come from all over, including many who left their home countries for Northeast Ohio.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon is live at the Jake with a look at an Akron family who sort of adopted many of these players and feel that, well, they have family pride at stake here. Vic?
Exactly, Tim and Ramon. In fact, the gates will open in a little less than a half an hour as Indians fans will be able to watch the game on the big screen here at Jacobs Field. But for Betsy Tausch and her family, you know, thousands fell in love with this team over the past several months. She's been invested in this team for years. In fact, back when they were Akron Arrows. And in fact, the feelings run deep with this family. In fact, so deep that many of the current players still refer to Betsy as Mama.
Broken bat, fly ball, right field line.
Players like Johnny Peralta have been heroes this year, but they started as shy young men, trying to adjust to a strange, foreign country.
The boys were coming here and they were getting the baseball part, but they weren't getting the culture part.
Teacher Betsy Tausch and her family began as fans who started to take players into their homes in the mid-90s. Eventually, the Indians came to the family with Latin players like Peralta.
He needs a family setting, family atmosphere. He doesn't speak much English, and we didn't speak much Spanish.
The Tausches put English to Spanish phrases on their walls and soon became a second home for other Latin players like Victor Martinez.
Victor is just a good guy. And he wanted to absorb everything, and he already knew it, which was amazing to me as a teacher.
Daughter Amy was 8 when her family started taking in players, and she puts their successes in perspective.
It's crazy to see them on TV and know that at one point they were, when they first night they moved here, sitting here watching you play your clarinet in front of them to show them something.
To Hermano, my sister. To Indians fans, they're tribe stars. To Amy, older brothers.
It's so nice to see them doing well, but I miss them at the same time. It's family, it's not baseball.
And the lessons learned at the Tausch's house appear to be serving the Indians well.
And that's why they're winning, you know, because they play well together. You know, it's a lesson every parent wants their kid to learn. Play nice with your friends. And they do it really well.
It's just uncanny.
Well, Betsy still keeps in contact with many of the players, including Johnny and Victor, and even some that aren't here anymore, including Bartolo Colon, Brian Giles, Jared Wright, Einar Diaz. Now, the Tausches had some health problems after Johnny left, and they could not take the next player the Indians wanted to send their way. It was a young pitcher. You might recognize the name Fausto Carmona. But really a very exceptional family, and, you know, really interesting to listen to the stories this afternoon. Tim Ramona, back to you.
And what a great story that is. What great people.
Really, we had a great time just talking. So, again, go Tribe.
That's
Thank
great,
you, Vic.
Thanks so much.
And remember, we are the official station of the Indians, so keep it tuned to Channel 3 News and WKYC.com for continuing coverage on the playoffs. Now, still ahead, a live report from